Hi, welcome to another episode with I Am Food Venturist. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Brijesh Edwards. He's been a friend of mine for a very long time, and he's also a mice specialist and focusing a lot on food and beverage related events. He's having a very strong consolidated position as far as the exhibition for food and beverage related industry activities here in South, and we would like to invite him and welcome him to the show. Hello Brijesh, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Hi, நல்லா இருக்கேன். Thank you. And thank you for having me here today.
Okay.
And thank you. So
Yes, sir. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and எப்படி நீங்க ஆரம்பிச்சீங்க, a little bit background about your education, because I understand that you are qualified F&B professional, correct?
Correct. To start with, I represent a company called Synergy Exposures, and I'm the director of Synergy Exposures. We are into the mice portfolio. We are into exhibitions, awards, conferences, and so on and so forth. So primarily, I started my career in the F&B space, and I've graduated from the University of Madras, having a degree from the bachelor's in hotel and catering management.
Okay.
And then I went ahead to do my MBA in marketing, and that's my educational background. Then I've worked with a couple of hotels, brands in and around Chennai.
Okay.
Predominantly with the frontline brands like Taj, Sheraton, and the Radisson Group.
Okay.
And then I've branched out into this niche portfolio of the mice.
Okay.
Not many in the country do that from my background though.
Okay.
So but there are people who are from the other background, other portfolios of engineering and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So pertaining to this is a different genre of business. Not many people think about this, connecting businesses together.
Okay.
Okay. When you talk about an exhibition industry as such, it does a lot. So everybody knows that there is a product available in the market,
Okay.
and everybody seeks for a product. But it is up to you at the right time you get the right product.
Okay.
Probably you will get more information about a particular product only when there is a touch and feel factor attached to it.
Okay.
So I think we are here to connect such products with the specifiers, buyers. So that's what our portfolio is into. Yeah.
Fantastic. So Kitatata, you have around 13 years of experience in this particular field, and most of your activities and most of the events that you conduct in, I think you have a very good hold here in southern India.
Correct.
So இதில் பார்க்கும்போது சார் நீங்கள் I think you started with hospitality-ல தான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு நீங்கள் ஒரு ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு இது ஒன்று ஆரம்பிச்சிங்க.
Correct.
How was that, and what are the different IPs that you have now, and என்னென்ன exhibitions that you are running successfully, sir?
Okay. So Hospitality Business Fair was one of our first initial exhibitions, which we started somewhere around 2010.
Okay.
And we had 3 successful editions in Chennai.
Okay.
So Hospitality Business Fair comprises of the entire gamut of sourcing for the hospitality industry, right from the hotel, restaurant, and all the segments of the hospitality industry. But coming to 2013, Chennai as such was not geared for in-house products or probably Indian-based products. They were moving out into outsourcing Chinese and other international. That was a time shift which happened.
Okay.
And then we had requests and requirements from the bakery industry, who were already into the bakery spaces, who were like. Okay. So
bakery.
The bakery industry as such had put forth a request saying that why are you doing it in a very vast portfolio? Why don't you do it in a very niche segment which the market is looking forward for? So then we started something called the Bakers Technology Fair.
Okay.
So Bakers Technology Fair is all about catering to the commercial bakery segment. So when we were contemplating where to do it, whether to do it in Delhi or Mumbai or Chennai or elsewhere, so we were closely associated with many industry professionals who were well acquainted with the markets. So they gave us an insight saying that Coimbatore would be the right market.
Okay.
So we don't just do a fair where we feel like doing. So we do a in-depth research, market analysis before even setting aside a particular portfolio for the particular industry. So coming to that, Coimbatore was chosen for the simple reason Coimbatore had a good connectivity down south.
Okay.
So it was able to connect.
It was always considered the Manchester of Tamil Nadu. A lot of industry, a lot of things are settled there.
Correct. So அப்படி பார்த்தோன்னா நம்மளுக்கு வந்து Coimbatore is well connected with the entire Kerala market, and then the South Tamil Nadu, which is the most prospective market for the industry, and we also had the other markets like the Andhra, by road as well as by air, it was well connected.
Okay.
So people found that it was a kind of a virgin market, untapped region where people needed more education in the subject.
Okay.
People already were doing volumes when compared to metros in those regions. So as you know, Kerala is a very, very matured market, and their volumes are very, very high.
Okay.
And in terms of South Tamil Nadu, right from Kanyakumari, Nagarkoil, like even for that matter Madurai, Salem, and all these belts had bigger volumes of bakery, sweet, snack business. So this is what made the show grow over the years. So the requirement there was humongous, and I think the suppliers chipped in at the right time, gave in the right piece of information, and it grew from there.
So which is the latest edition that you've done? I think now you did a very successful show recently.
Yeah, the latest edition which we concluded was the 15th edition in Coimbatore, and we celebrated 10 years in Coimbatore this year.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So Synergy as such has been striving very hard to kind of not just bring business. So business anybody could get across. So it is beyond business. There's a responsibility for the company to bring in the right suppliers and connect them with the right buyers.
Kandipa.
So that goes a long way, and that's why people still trust Synergy for what it is today.
Absolutely. Both of us, we have been associated for a very long time, and in fact only through your event only I think we became associated.
Correct.
And I remember early time when we were setting up Food Consulate, you were very kind enough to support Food Consulate by giving us a stall there in Codicia and helping us promote the particular product.
Correct.
At least our courses and programs and this one, to which we are very, very grateful and very thankful. And I'm extremely happy to know that your latest edition was a smashing success.
Correct.
So I think you would have got a lot of people attending your event. Can you tell a little bit about your last event?
Yeah. So over the years we've been scaling up, and ever since post-COVID, it has taken a different turn altogether. So people were stuck, and most of them had lost their jobs in some organization or other. They wanted to get into the food business. So this is just not the bakery show. So now what has happened is we have diversified the exhibition into different segments.
Okay.
So there are we've done it in 4 different halls.
Okay.
So each of the halls have got a different genre of food business there.
Okay.
So the hall A had bakery, and hall B had India Horeca Expo. So the India Horeca Expo, when you talk about India Horeca Expo, it covers the hotel, restaurant and the catering sector. And then we had Food Confluence, which is the newborn baby. So Food Confluence had a lot of these retail food, packed food, and institutional packaging of the Horeca products and so on and so forth. And then we had the dairy.
Okay.
Dairy, as in is a growing subject, and India I think is the largest dairy milk producer
in the world. One of the biggest dairy producers in the world.
So we have a huge scope for producing value-added products in the dairy sector.
Okay.
So when you talk about the dairy sector, that had a huge requirement again, especially down south in the market. There is a huge development.
Okay.
So people are looking forward to create their own. Like earlier, people used to go and give it in a cooperative society to move it to a processing unit and so on and so forth. So now they are in a position where they, in a small cluster, whatever they can do, they are doing it in their own capacities.
Absolutely.
So that is what the Dairy Expo served.
Okay.
And of course we had the food and drink processing expo.
Okay.
I was, to my surprise, in the last 3 years, the beverage industry, the non-alcoholic beverage industry is doing quite well compared to the food. Okay, so it has its own chunk of business.
Okay.
I would say more than 40% of business comes from the beverage sector.
Wow. Okay.
So I would say
நீங்க சொல்றது உங்க எக்ஸிபிஷனுக்கு சொல்றீங்களா எதுக்கு சொல்றீங்க நீங்க?
overall people are moving into the beverage segment. This thing, and also snack food.
Okay.
Healthy snack food is another big segment.
Okay.
So with millets in place, and with the year of millet being celebrated last year,
and the government being supportive of
correct.
these kind of products.
Correct.
நிறைய அவேர்னஸ் இப்போ கூடி இருக்கு இல்லையா?
நிறைய கூடி இருக்கு. பீப்புள் நவ் என்ன வேணும்னா அவங்களுக்கு மில்லட் சாப்பிட்டா என்ன ஆகும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு அவேர்னஸ் வந்திருக்கு. ஸோ எப்படி மில்லட்டை கன்சியூம் பண்ணும் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு அவேர்னஸ் வந்திருக்கு.
ஏன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மிந்தி மில்லட் கிடைச்சதுனா நம்ம ஒன்று அது வந்து ரைஸ் மாதிரி சாப்பிட ட்ரை பண்ணோம்.
கரெக்ட்.
இல்லைனா அதை ஒரு பாரேஜ் மாதிரி சாப்பிட ட்ரை பண்ணோம். இப்போ நான் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணி தேர் ஏபிள் டு மேக் குக்கீஸ், தேர் ஏபிள் டு மேக் ஹெல்த் பார்ஸ், இந்த மாதிரி லாட் ஆஃப் அதர் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. த ஃபுட் டெக்னாலஜி இஸ் ஆக்சுவலி பேவிங் வே ஃபார் அஸ் டு கன்சியூம் இட் மச் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் வேஸ்.
Exactly.
Okay.
So in fact we also had a millet workshop.
Okay.
In a cookie millet workshop to manufacture cookies.
Okay.
So that also was a good hit, and we also had couple of people training on French pastries, lot of other things which we had.
Fantastic.
Besides that, in coming to the most important part of the thing, everybody manufactures or food or beverage, but the biggest thing is how do you extend your shelf life without adding any additives to it or whatever it is. So packaging plays a vital role to it.
Absolutely.
So we had experts, about 50 to 60 packaging experts who came in to the exhibition talking about the packaging aspects of it.
Okay.
Overall we had about 300 exhibits exhibiting in this particular year.
Okay.
We had about over 22,000 visitors.
Wow. Okay.
Who witnessed the entire
Kodisale, this would have been one of the biggest events, illingla?
Correct. For a
private
for a private exhibition for something related to our industry, for the food industry, definitely it is one of the largest in South India.
Fantastic. சார் இப்போ ஒரு கன்சியூமர் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவில் வந்து பார்க்கும்போது உங்கள் எக்ஸிபிஷன் வந்து நாங்கள் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தாங்கன்னா தேர் ஏபிள் டு சி எக்யூப்மெண்ட் பீங் சப்ளைட், தேர் ஏபிள் டு சி ரா மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் ப்ராபப்ளி பீங் சப்ளைட், தே கேன் சி பேக்கேஜிங் ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம். மிஷினரி ஏற்கனவே சொல்லிட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ ப்ராப்ளி மிஷினரி லிட்டில் பிட் ஆஃப் ஆட்டோமேஷன் இது மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். இது இல்லாமல் இதெல்லாம் லிங்க் பண்ணுற மாதிரியோ இல்லைனா மேட்ச் பண்ணுற மாதிரியோ சாஃப்ட்வேர்ஸ் பற்றியோ இல்லைனா இது மாதிரி சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ எண்ட் டு எண்ட் ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டியில் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஃபுட் சர்வீஸ் இருந்தாலும் சரி, வேறு எனி அதர் லைட் சர்வீஸ் டு தட் இருந்தாலும் எல்லாருக்குமே தேர் ஏபிள் டு கெட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இன் யுவர் எக்ஸிபிஷன்.
Information is there. So what is the information I want if I have to start a business?
Okay.
So I need to define it. I need to fine tune it.
Okay.
So there are a couple of lounges what we create.
Okay.
Where consultants are available.
Okay.
So when you talk about the food service business as such, we are associated with a national association called the Food Service Consultants Association of India.
Okay. The FSCI.
FSCAI. Correct.
Okay.
So FSCAI is a consortium of more than about 35 food service consultants across India.
அவங்க மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இருப்பாங்க, ரீட்டைலும் இருப்பாங்க, any other form of business start பண்ணா these are the experts in that particular field.
So basically Food Service Consultants Association has a portfolio of people who are serving the central kitchen, who has got the capacity to set up a central kitchen for a particular unit, or probably even for that matter a fine dine restaurant, a hotel, food service space, or anything of that sort.
Okay.
So they are specialized in that, and some of them are specialized only for the IT kitchens. So or the industrial catering, or the industrial kitchens which are there in most of the facilities which are available now. So people teach them how to go into the flameless mode. There are so many things which are into it. So it is up to the entrepreneur to kind of spell out what exactly he or she wants, and then
at the same time also educate themselves what is the latest thing that is available here.
Correct.
In India for that matter.
So if I as a layman or as a startup who goes and looks around, will try to gather certain amount of information, but if there is somebody who could guide them at that juncture, decision making will be faster.
Absolutely.
So if he or she wants to take up a decision, so decision making is becoming easier. So in terms of the food service is concerned. So we also had a couple of food manufacturing and food technologist consultants who are also present at the exhibition,
Okay.
who help the manufacturing segment to do well. There are a lot of value added products in terms of, as I said, the millet is one, and today the in thing is I think the mock meat.
மாக் மீட் வந்து நிறைய பேர் இப்போ வந்து
இன்னைக்கு வந்து நிறைய பேர் வந்து they are understanding what the advantage of mock meat is, the convenience of mock meat is. So people are going towards mock meat, and we had couple of people displaying their products, like brands like ABT was there, Saivai, then we had Piece on Plate, a couple of brands, very prominent brands, and those tastes which were available from the suppliers were very, very authentic. An omelette tasted just like an omelette, but it was just
omelette will taste like an omelette. என்ன சார் புதுசா சொல்றீங்க?
mock
meat. So முட்டையில இருந்து வரல ஆம்லெட். அப்ப எதில இருந்து வந்திருக்குது?
It is base of soy
based. Okay.
But they have different texture driven facts which are into it.
Okay.
So a lot of texture is added to it, lot of flavor is added to it.
Okay.
And
so சாப்பிடும்போது real omelette சாப்பிடுற மாதிரியே இருக்கும்.
Real omelette சாப்பிடுற மாதிரி.
Benefit is that it is not of animal origin or bird origin for
it is a plant origin.
Okay.
So
சார் இப்போ நம்ம இந்த ஃபுட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பற்றி பேசுகிறோம். வாட் இஸ் தி சைஸ் அண்ட் த ஸ்கோப் ஆஃப் தி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பர் சே? இந்தியாவில் எப்படி இருக்குது, சவுத் இந்தியாவில் எப்படி இருக்குது? கேன் யூ ஜஸ்ட் throw us a little bit of light in that particular size of the market and the opportunities that is there? It's a broad question, தெரியும்.
It's a broad question, and see, today we have Ministry of Food Processing who is supporting us quite well.
Okay.
And in every corner of India there is something mushrooming.
Okay.
Some sort of food which is evolving. Everybody gets excited about food business, and everybody thinks that food business is a piece of cake, but not actually. It is not a cakewalk.
Kandipa.
So it is beyond that. So what I would say is that there is North has a special market, and West has a good chunk of business, and South has its own chunk. So these are three. And if you traditionally take biscuit manufacturers, those are from the Western market. Initially Britannia and a lot of these people set up their units in West when during that time. And then we also had a lot of contract manufacturers being spread in that particular belt. But over a period of time, what has happened is West has gathered a lot of especially the Maharashtra market has gathered quite a bit of number of food business operators around that belt. But to our surprise, when we did our research, southern market as such, when you talk about all 5 states put together, and especially Tamil Nadu, has over 17,000 food business operators operating from Tamil Nadu.
Wow.
Which is quite a sizable number, which is next to Maharashtra.
Wow. Okay.
So of course Delhi has its own or the northern market has its own chunk, but the largest market is Maharashtra.
Okay.
And the second largest is Tamil Nadu and states of Karnataka and other put together. It is a growing market. And what's happening now is regional. When you talk about regional food, like brands like your Double Horse, Nirupara, and all these people are into the market, trying to create a new experience with the regional food.
Okay.
For that matter, ID as well has created a big revolution in the market.
Absolutely.
So Milky Mist. Yes. We should give a credit to Milky Mist, because after Amul, I think we have got Hudson Milky Mist in South India doing a great job.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I think Amul created a revolution, of course, but Milky Mist and Hudson have gone one step above to cater to the global markets also. So they are slowly getting outside India, trying to spread their wings and try to export our products across the globe.
Yeah, recently we saw some what do you call interview with them. I think they have the single largest probably paneer manufacturing unit here.
Correct.
In this part of the world அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொன்னாங்க.
Correct. Yes.
So I think that is there. And of course Hudson, they themselves are a huge giant when it comes to dairy and related products, both forward integration as well as backward integration.
Correct.
Right from the milk to the value added products that they've been providing. So like the very popular saying goes, everyone have their own place under the sun சொல்லும்போது.
Correct.
நார்த்தில் இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு நார்த்தில் they have a sizable thing, and சவுத்தில் இருக்கும்போது சவுத் and west and east. ஈஸ்ட்டை பற்றி நீங்கள் பெருசாக ஒன்றும் சொல்லலை, but I'm sure that east will have its own set of processing.
East has got its own chunk of business, like I think like Wav Memos is also
Calcutta நினைக்கிறேன், Calcutta based நினைக்கிறேன்.
So Wav Memos, a brand like Wav Memo has created a big ripple in the market. An Indian QSR scaling up to that level in a very small, in a very short span of time. I think they've done a commendable job.
Yes, yes, of course.
So
of course.
I think that way, I would say each of them have got their own kind of pace at what it is growing. So it purely depends on the levels of taste buds of people, of how they adapt to it and things like that.
Absolutely.
So I think it's not the QSR, the international brands of QSR who have only invaded into the market, but regional players are also making their mark. Homegrown brands are making their mark into the space.
See, not to segregate north, south, east, west and what not, but ஒரு GDP contribution perspective பார்க்கும்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, of course it makes sense that Maharashtra is contributing a lot, because of course Bombay is there, it's supposed to Correct. Be one of the highest contributors towards GDP. Maharashtra in general is what I'm talking about. But we have also large powerhouses like Punjab and the other northern side states are there, which are known for their wheat and and maybe I don't know, I'm sure a little fair bit about in terms of dairy also their contribution will be high. But of course we also have the delta down south, which is actually the rice producing belt, and we have a fair amount of industries here. So Maharashtra அடுத்தது you're saying that you have the data that says that southலயும் வந்து we have a fair amount of contribution from state like Tamil Nadu, which is actually ரொம்ப கேட்க ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்குது.
Not just Tamil Nadu, it's also Kerala, because Kerala contributes quite a big value in terms of the spice market as well as the seafood market.
Absolutely.
So seafood and spice is from Karnataka. Is from Kerala. And a little bit of contribution from spice from Karnataka as well, and seafood from Andhra. Quite a bit of export market is dependent on the Andhra belt.
Absolutely.
And a lot of these prawn hatcheries, you find them mushrooming everywhere. Aquaculture.
நெல்லூர் இந்த சைடுல எல்லாம் வந்து ரொம்ப பாப்புலர் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம். கரெக்ட்டுங்களா? Absolutely.
And even on the East CR belt itself, there are more than about 150 hatcheries around this belt.
There are functional, still operating.
Very functional.
Absolutely. One interesting trend which I want to just discuss with you and probably talk to you. The sweets and bakery is actually a very huge business, no doubt. Bakery is separate, sweets is separate. Some people, for the convenience or for them to get more penetration, they combine both together. But culture-wise பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, I believe that Kerala has a much more developed sense of the bakery market as compared to any other city down southன்னு சொல்கிறாங்களே. ஏன்னா இப்போ ஒரு வீட்டுக்கு வந்து நீங்கள் கேரளாக்கு நீங்கள் கெஸ்ட்டாக போகும்போது the chances of you buying or someone else coming to your house with the chances of them buying a bakery product is much higher than that of sweet. பட் தமிழ்நாட்டில் எடுத்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா ஜெனரலாக ஒரு வீட்டுக்கு போகும்போது ஒரு ஸ்வீட்டோ பலகாரமோ காரமோ நம்ம வாங்கிட்டு போவோம். That is how it is. அந்த கல்ச்சுரல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் நீங்கள் பார்க்குறீங்களா?
Definitely there is a cultural impact there. I wouldn't take it this thing, but see, the population of the Muslim community and the Christian community in Kerala are on the higher side.
Okay.
So they are used to the culture of the bakery products.
Okay.
In general, most of the Christian community there buys bakery products, I guess.
Okay.
So in Tamil Nadu, we have more of the Tamil culture, the Hindus, and not just the Hindus. The culture itself is about nothing specific about the religion.
Absolutely.
I'm just talking in terms of the cultural impact. So what I'm trying to tell you is, there's முறுக்கு சீடை வாங்கிட்டு போனாதான் நம்ம ஊர்ல வந்து ட்ரெடிஷனலா இருக்கும். இல்ல திருநெல்வேலி அந்த அல்வா வாங்கிட்டு வந்தாதான் it becomes a kind of a ritual for us. So sweet karam coffee is part of
It's
our
the ethos of the
yeah,
South Indian
correct.
typical
So the
snacking and
coffee,
gifting.
yeah. So sweet karam coffee is part of us. So we go with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think yes, that's where there is a difference. Of course, when you talk about bakery, your birthday celebrations, your celebration cakes, of course, those are the most highly sold products. But in terms of bakery product as such, when you go in depth into certain products, they are quite high.
Absolutely. இப்போ நீங்கள் நடத்துகிற ஒன் ஆஃப் யூர் சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல் ஐபி வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இஸ் அஃப்கோர்ஸ் வாட் யூ டூ ரெகுலர்லி இன் கோயம்புத்தூர் பட் ஆல்சோ ஐ ஆல்சோ நோ தட் யூ ஹேவ் another சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி தட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் இன் ஹைதராபாத் ரெகுலர்லி. இதுவும் அதுவும் மாறி மாறி நீங்கள் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறீங்க. ஸோ சவுத்தில் வந்து திஸ் இஸ் த 2 key points that you actually anchor. அந்த ஹைதராபாத், அந்த ஆந்திரா, அந்த தெலுங்கானா, இந்த பர்டிகுலர் பெல்ட்டில் உள்ள opportunities and what is the business like in that part of the world in terms of specifically with the exhibitions that you do?
Okay, so we have been doing fairs in Hyderabad for the last 1 decade.
Okay.
So the market what I saw kind of in the early 2000 around 2011 2012 that is completely different from what it is today.
Okay.
It has evolved over a period of time.
Okay.
Definitely there is an impact on the IT market.
Okay.
So there is a huge impact of the cultural impact which has happened over a period of time. And people have come from different parts of the country to kind of earn a living there.
Okay.
So definitely we need to cater to everybody who is from across India, across the globe.